Hello, welcome to another update. I'll be leaving in the morning to go to El Paso and then Monday to the ultradent clinic in Juarez. And in this video, I just want to talk about the bridge, the pros and cons of getting a 6-part bridge. I've been doing some research on it, especially how to take care of it and do the maintenance program and all that. Because I already I have a lot of crowns in my mouth, and I already take pretty good care of my teeth. I brush twice a day and use mouthwash and all that kind of stuff, and floss. Right? So, but with the bridge, there are some issues that you can run into that do make implants a better option if you can afford it. Now, with going to Mexico, getting the bridge is a lot less invasive procedure, so it only takes 2 visits basically, and you don't have to stay down there as long. But from what my research, I would suggest implants if you can do it, because they'll save the bone structure. Right, when you get a bridge like this, your bone is gonna continue to kind of recede in the area between the teeth and stuff. And so I've actually thought about it, and what I'm going to do is I'm getting the bridge for now, because I honestly can't really afford to stay down there for weeks and weeks and go through the process of getting the implants and doing it all properly. Um, but what I do plan on doing is getting the bridge for now, and then maybe within a year or 2 or 3, getting the implants, and then before my bone recedes too much to where I can't get implants, basically, would be a good time to do it, right? Because you don't want to wait too long. Because then, if your bone recedes too much in your jaw, then you may not be a good candidate for implants. Um, also what you want to do is when you get a bridge, you want to take good care of it. You want to clean it every day. Probably get one of those water picks. And what I'll do is I'll end up putting some mouthwash in my water pick, and then flossing literally with the mouthwash water pick around it to keep it really clean every day. And then also avoid putting pressure on it, excessive force, biting into apples, biting into something that would require a lot of force on the front of your teeth, like a steak or anything that's not kind of soft. That's because you don't want to risk breaking your pontics, which is, in my case, will be the canines, unless I end up extending it to these other 2 teeth, uh, which I may or may not do. It's been recommended to me by my dentist here that it's probably best not to do that, because I forget what he said, something about the teeth moving around, and you want them to be able to move a little bit, otherwise it could break, basically. So you want it to be able to move a little bit, but not too much. You don't want it to break it. But yeah, you just got to be real careful, uh, with eating and how much force you put up there, and then also keeping it clean, because the pontic teeth, the canines, uh, they can get cavities up underneath when the crown. Basically, the bridge is going to be like a crown. It's going to go over the top of the tooth that's been sawed down and cemented on, just like a crown. And so, even with crowns, you can get cavities underneath the crown, and which can cause decay and cause you to lose the tooth. And in my case, it caused me to lose the bridge. So I got to be really, really on it with my maintenance program, and keeping it clean and keeping it from decaying, so it could last me at least 5 to 10 years. But I'm thinking somewhere between the next 3 and 5 years, I'll have the money together to go ahead and have that bridge basically cut off, and I'll just get implants across the whole top. Every one of my front teeth here, 1, 2, 3, 4 implants, and then I'll just put crowns on back on my canines, basically. Is what I'm thinking will be my plan. But for now, doing the 6-part bridge is my cheapest option for getting a smile back, and also the less aggressive option for me at the moment, and something that I can afford to do. Going down to Mexico anyway, I can't really afford to do it here unless I had some really really good insurance that would pay like 80% of it or something like that, which I don't have. So and with those insurance, it takes like a year to kick in, all that kind of stuff, and I can't wait that long. So anyway, this is just another update. I'll be on the road. I'm traveling all the way from Oklahoma to go down there. It's a 12-hour drive for me, so I'm traveling pretty good little distance to go to the dentist. I never thought I'd be traveling for 12 hours just to go to the dentist, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And the prices these dentists charge are pricing people out of the market. Unless you make a whole lot of money. And things are expensive these days. Food's expensive, rent is expensive. Like everything is more expensive, and no one makes more money. It seems like maybe the dentists though are doing pretty good. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll keep you updated once I get there Monday morning and I get on the shuttle to go to Mexico. I'll make a little video and of that, and a video at the clinic, and then I'll show you guys the temporary they put on, and then it'll be till Thursday whenever I get the permanent bridge that they make, which will be porcelain fused to metal, which has been suggested to me as the best option for me with a long bridge like this. Anyways, thanks for watching and have a blessed day. Bye.